Hi, I'm Francoise with New Reflections Clinical Services and author of Becoming. I have been doing a series for you on the acronym empathy, and last week I spoke into the E, which was embracing your recovery and helping your partner heal. Today I'm speaking into the M of empathy, managing your thoughts and feelings. And actually, I'd like to throw another acronym at you, which is SIBAM, SIBAM. I learned this years ago when I took my training in somatic experiencing. But I think it's a little bit easier for us to remember the acronym in terms of Simba. Most of us remember the little movie that was out through Disney on The Lion King many years ago. And so think of Simba when you are going through a moment where it seems out of control. And this needs an attunement, right? Some fine ways of attuning to your body and mind. And so, if there's something that feels off, like perhaps your stomach it just feels like pins and needles, and just slow down and do Simba. S is what am I sensing right now in my body? What does it feel like? Is there pins and needles? Is there sharp pain in my shoulders? Just notice. Take a minute to notice what's happening. I would be image. Is there an image that's coming to mind? It may be if you had had an argument with your partner or coworker that day, maybe there's an image of that going on in your mind, along with the perhaps butterflies in your gut. So putting all of this together, and M in Simba would be a meaning. Can I find a meaning to this? And maybe that meaning is that argument with the coworker or your partner. And then B would be, is there a behavioral impulse right now? A behavioral impulse would be, am I wanting to run? Am I running to, so we have all kinds of little habits that show up in our lives, maybe scratching hard or avoiding things, avoiding people. Um, that is for you to really check in with yourself and examine your thoughts. And then A would be affect. So that goes along with your feelings. What am I feeling when I put all of Simba together? Can I come up with a meaning of what is going on for me right now to be able to manage? Oh, yeah, that I was fine this morning when I left for work, and then, my coworker and I had this argument, and all of a sudden I got this huge headache, right? Which would also be along the idea of what am I sensing? So, sensing, is there an image? Is there a body impulse to run, to uh, want to kick, scream? Certainly not at others, but you have that feeling, that impulse inside of you to want to do certain things that are probably similarly out of character. And then A, the body impulse, and yes, and then the A would be the affect. So, what is my feeling right now? So, that is the M. I'm giving you this acronym to work with. Slow yourself down and use this acronym to be in touch, attuned to what is happening to you right now in this moment. Thank you for listening. And next week, I will be going back to the acronym empathy P. Look forward to seeing you then. Take care. Bye.